Hey, it's Michael here. So when I get contacted from someone who's been watching my videos and thinking about moving to the Corvallis area, or might even already be here and thinking about working together, it totally makes my day. Once in a while, the very first phone call I'll get from a new client is actually just a request to simply see a house. Now I understand that because sometimes people think that all we do as realtors is show houses, or sometimes people just mistakenly assume that I might be too busy to connect unless they're about to buy, and so they're actually trying to be respectful of my time by not reaching out to connect casually. But if your first contact with me is, "Hi, I'm a stranger from the internet and I want you to show me a house," then we are out of order and it's super awkward because then I'm telling you no the very first time you reach out to me. I have little to no interest in being axe murdered by a stranger from the internet, and I don't show homes to people when it's just for fun or when they're not actually prepared to act. We only play to win. So don't get me wrong, I am very giving with my time, but there's a system in place to get my clients set up for success, and much of that hinges on you making contact before there's a house you want to see, because again, I don't just show homes to strangers from the internet. Here's what you do. Call or email me long before you think you need to. We will find a time to talk or hop on a video call and we can casually connect. We'll chat about what's going on that's causing you to think about moving here. I can answer questions for you, and we can screen share, and I can point out some things on the map, for example, that might be of special interest to you and your family, and we can even talk about the rental market if you need. I'm happy to be that resource for you. If you're committed to purchasing a home soon and you need to take action in the near future and you're going to be borrowing money, then when we connect, I can put you in touch with a local mortgage broker who will be a great fit for you based on your personality and your needs so that we can get you pre-approved for a loan. Do you have to use who I recommend? No, you know that, of course not. However, as a real estate professional, I can tell you that it's extremely important that you use a local lender with a local reputation if you want to compete in this market. If you're not using a local rock star of a mortgage broker as your lender, then you are competing against other buyers who are. At the same time as we're getting your finances in order, we'll find time to do either a Home Buying 101 or Home Buying 201 meeting, depending on your experience and your needs. Either way, we need to make sure that you have an understanding of how the purchasing process works, how I run things so that we can work smoothly together, get all of your questions answered, and set you up with a MarketWatch search in the local MLS, the local multiple listing service, so that you can truly have your finger on the pulse of the market. Things do work differently in different states, and the purchasing process changes over time. So even if you've done this before, there's a lot to discuss so that I can make sure to serve you well. Now at this point, we've gone through this process. We know each other. You're an informed consumer. You're ready to navigate the market conditions, and we have a financial plan for making a home purchase ready to go, which means that we can get out there and be able to actually act on a home for sale if it's a contender for you and your family. Now I get to actually say yes when you want to see your dream house. But wait, there is more. Yes, at this stage, you're cleared for takeoff to go see homes, but take me up on one more thing. It's a really good investment in time for both of us. Let's find a time to go over example offer documents. We don't do this as part of Home Buying 101 or 201 because nobody wants to listen to me talk that much in one single meeting. But if we go over the offer docs before you actually need to put pen to paper, it will make the whole experience so much easier and less stressful for both of us. It's pretty inevitable that we'll have just seen the perfect house for you during dinner time on a Thursday and that you'll have an early morning meeting the next day. So if we've gone over the offer docs ahead of time, you already know exactly what you're going to be signing. I can just ask you a handful of questions right there at the house, and then I can just DocuSign everything over to you afterwards. It's easy peasy. The alternative is we go back to my office, you're stressed out, anxious, hungry, and tired, and now we are about to stay up late going over paperwork that you have never seen before in your life. I have things systematized for good reason. I want to help you get to the finish line with as little stress as possible. So reach out to me before you think you need to. I'm not going anywhere. It doesn't matter to me if you're not planning on buying a home next week. Let's just start the conversation and get you set up for success. Thanks so much, and bye for now.